All right, it is Mayor Mike Duggan's State of the City address tonight, which is always a good time to step back and take a look at what is working in the city and maybe what needs to be improved upon. So joining me now is Ebony J.J. Curry. She is a senior reporter for the Michigan Chronicle, and she joins us now. Ebony, it's good to have you on the show.
Hello, Christy. What a great time to be a part.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into it because there is so much news coming out of downtown this week, of course, and the draft next week, GM's move. And last year, the mayor gave his State of the City address from Michigan Central, of course, where Ford is going to be located. But this time, he's going to be in the neighborhoods. What's important about that tone shift this year and giving his address from the neighborhood?
Absolutely. I mean, focusing on Detroit's neighborhoods in this address marks a crucial turning point. Strategic, yet crucial. You see, while downtown developments like the upcoming draft and GM's move, like you mentioned, are flashy and significant, they often overshadow the true lifeline of our city, which is the neighborhoods. This is where the essence of Detroit really lives in the hearts and daily lives of its residents. And by shining a spotlight on these areas, Mayor Duggan is recognizing something vital. The folks living in these neighborhoods are the real drivers of our city. You know, they're the ones who vote our leaders into office, and they're the ones who should hold these leaders accountable. We're talking about making sure that the fruits of Detroit's growth are enjoyed, not just downtown, but in every corner of our city where people are making their lives, raising families, and most importantly, building communities. So I pray this isn't just a line item on an agenda. However, I pray that it's a strategy for true advancement. So while the big headlines might talk about the big buildings and events happening downtown, I think we should keep focused where it really matters, on the people in our neighborhoods. That's where Detroit heart beats, you know, the strongest, and that's where our attention really needs to be.
You know, you said holding leaders accountable, and this is always a good opportunity for Mayor Duggan to say, look at what we've done so far, but also to say this is what we have to go. And we're talking about raising property values, crime reduction, and jobs. How do you believe in some of the reporting that you've done that the administration has delivered on some of those promises?
Absolutely. I mean, when we talk about property values in Detroit, well, they're soaring with an average increase of 23% from last year, outpacing even markets like Miami. I know Duggan mentioned that a lot. That's something to celebrate, but it comes with serious responsibilities. You know, the city is actively supporting this growth through home repair grants and efforts to boost affordable housing, ensuring that as property values climb, our communities benefit directly. However, you know, we must remain vigilant because rapid growth brings the potential for gentrification and displacement. So we have to manage this growth wisely to prevent sidelining our longtime residents. So this is a crucial time for Detroit. It's our time to shine, but we must safeguard the inclusivity of our soul. And most importantly, talking about crime reduction. Closing out last year, Detroit recorded its lowest number of homicides since 1966. So Detroit has long been cast in a tough light, known across the nation for gun violence and, you know, a place of danger and hardship. So, but let me tell you, this time around, things are changing. Take Shot Stoppers initiative, for instance, backed by Deputy Mayor Bettison, empowered by local groups like Force Detroit and Detroit Friends and Family. This innovative community violence intervention program has been a huge game changer, lowering violent crime rates from about 50 to 70% in their designated areas. This is real life improvement in some of our hardest hit neighborhoods. So, and I think the reason behind that is because it's everyday folks who've been touched by the trauma of gun violence, who's really charging the way.
Yeah, Ebony, you know, the city is back at investment grade status, which was big news a couple of weeks ago. The city council just approved the budget, and I know that you were covering that extensively. What are some of the differences that we're seeing this year in the budget and some of the expenditures?
Absolutely. $2.8 billion is a healthy amount of money. Highlighted investments in the budget encompasses capital improvements for city facilities and parks. But one of the biggest things is about the pension. Consider our elders and our parents who really drove the big three, building Detroit's very foundation as the Motor City. And then 13% bump when it comes to the Department of Transportation's budget, which means more bus drivers on the roads and fair wages for them. It really isn't just about improving bus services, but it's about respecting our Detroiters who depends on public public transportation. This is functional, everyday necessities, and most importantly, when it comes to the critical funding boosting for emergency shelters, because being unhoused is a really harsh reality here, and it's unacceptable for anyone to hope for just one more night in a safe or warm place. So I think these funds should be aimed towards these everyday functional needs of our everyday Detroiters.
All right, Ebony J.J. Curry, the senior reporter for the Michigan Chronicle. We know you'll be watching the mayor's speech tonight. We look forward to reading your byline in the coming days. Appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thank you, Christy. You guys take care.
All right, we'll see you again soon. And again, the mayor's State of the City address tonight at 7 o'clock. You can see it right here on Local 4, Local 4 Plus, streaming on clickondetroit.com.